Mathematics has changed the world in ways we can never comprehend. From the simplistic intuitions of 1 plus 1 equals 2, up to calculating the orbital velocity of stars thousands of light years away, all the way down to mathematically conceptualizing the quantum entanglement between two elementary particles. But today, I wanted to do something a little more retarded. I want to use the infinite beauty found within mathematics and apply it to a question that nobody was asking the answer for. How much semen do you need to ingest to meet the recommended daily caloric intake? Well, the first thing you need to know is how much the recommended daily caloric intake is. According to the NHS, it is recommended that females obtain 2,000 calories per day and for males to obtain 2,500 per day. To make sure that we get the calories that we need, I will be working with the recommended male intake. Now that we know that, it is time to look at semen. A random non-scientific online publication states that for the average male ejaculation of 3.4 milliliters, there is approximately 0.7 calories present. So, we have 0.7 calories per every 3.4 milliliters. This means we can start off with the equation 0.7x equals 2,500, with x being the number of times we need to ingest 0.7 calories to meet the recommended intake of 2,500. Now, we can rearrange for x by dividing both sides by 0.7. leaving us with x equals 2,500 over 0.7. Throwing these values into a calculator gives us x equals 3,571. As 0.7 calories is equivalent to 3.4 milliliters of semen, we can multiply 3,571 by 3.4 milliliters. As it is easier to comprehend the scale when measured in liters, we will write this as 3.4 by 10 to the negative 3 times 3,571. This gives us 12.14, which is how many liters of semen is necessary to achieve the recommended daily caloric intake of 2,500 calories. That's great and all, but semen doesn't just contain calories. In fact, it contains a whole host of really important vitamins, most notably potassium and zinc. So, the question changes slightly. How much semen do you need to ingest to meet the recommended daily intakes for both zinc and potassium? As the question is practically the same as with the calories, the equations needed are the same. According to Mayo Clinic, which is obviously the leading source of medicinal and scientific information on the internet, it is recommended to consume between 1,600 and 2,000 milligrams of potassium a day. To play it safe, I'll be using the middle value of 1,800 milligrams. Consulting the trustworthy source of Wikipedia, around 3.71 milligrams of potassium is found within the average ejaculate of 3.4 milliliters. As with calories, we can follow the same basic pattern. 3.71x equals 1800, which, rearranged for x, leads into x equals 1800 over 3.71. As such, this means that x equals 485. Therefore, we can conclude that you would need to ingest 3.4 by 10 to the negative 3 times 485 equals 1.649 liters of semen to meet the recommended potassium intake. Plugging the values of zinc into the same equation, we are left with x equals 11 over 0.561, with x approximately being 20. As such, 3.4 by 10 to the negative 3 times by 20 equals 0.068 litres of semen needed to meet the recommended daily intake for zinc. But this provides us with a new problem. If you wish to meet the caloric intake recommendation, just how much potassium and zinc are you ingesting alongside it? As we know, it takes 12.14 litres of semen to achieve 2,500 calories. This means we can simply divide 12.14 by the total volume needed for potassium and zinc. So, 12.14 over 1.649 equals 7.4. This means that 7.4 times the daily intake of 1800 milligrams is achieved when ingesting the 12.14 litres of semen. This is 7.4 times 1800 equals 13,320 milligrams of potassium. Similarly, 12.14 over 0.068 equals 178.5 times the 11 milligram daily intake of zinc. This comes out to be 178.5 times 11 equals 1,964 milligrams of zinc. But is this healthy? Let's Google it. According to the 100% factual answers found on Quora, potassium chloride, the most abundant compound of potassium, is lethal if 2.5 grams per kilogram is ingested. So for an average weight of 80 kilograms, the lethal dosage of potassium is 2.4 times 80 equals 200 grams. As 13,320 milligrams is equal to 13.32 grams, it appears you would be in the clear. How about zinc? A quick Google search reveals that consuming between 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams of zinc can cause acute overdose symptoms. Of course, one such symptom is death. In a 12.14 litre volume of semen, there is 1,964 milligrams of zinc, and as such, there's a high chance that this would be fatal. So, while you may be feeling just fine after your 13.32 grams of potassium, the insane amount of zinc would be your final undoing. Therefore, if you are to orally ingest semen, keep it below 12.14 litres and you will be 100% healthy. This is the true beauty of mathematics.